immediately after getting saved, one thing that I did, and then eventually my wife and I also did, was we threw ourselves into a local church, being heavily involved regardless of what church we were a part of. I mean, we probably ran the full gamut. Being this involved and organizing our lives around our involvement at the church taught us some real important lessons. Number one, it trained us to maintain a certain spiritual tone and posture, which has guided us, throughout the years in our marriage and child rearing. The second thing it did, it trained us to prioritize the presence of God. So if we had a decision to make and we could go one direction or the other, it ultimately trained us to choose whatever decision would get us more of the presence of God.
My wife Amy and I have been trying to follow God's plan for our life for many years, and through some good scores and decision making on our end, we had a lot of opportunities open to us when it came time for me to choose a residency program. I had offers to go to a lot of Northeast schools that were very prestigious, but they didn't have Joy Church. So when it came time to make my decisions, Vanderbilt was not only a good program and a great place to be trained, but it was also a place where I could bring my family and we could be a part of Joy Church and make a difference.
God is so faithful. Through the years, we've just had so many blessings on our lives. And, I'm going to brag on my husband because he won't talk about himself, but I'm going to talk about God's goodness and how he's blessed Paul's life. And, Paul won't talk about this, but he's done so many wonderful things. He is a multi-Dove Award-winning producer. He is a multi-Stellar Award-winning producer. He's been Grammy nominated, and so God has just been so faithful. And, ever since we've been here at Joy Church, we have learned so many wisdom principles that have helped us in life and just practically with business and ministry and marriage and everything else. And God's just been amazing.
And what she won't talk about is her awesome talent as a singer, singing on a countless number of records that have been released over the years, writing for Brooklyn Tab and you name it, Alvin Slaughter, it goes on and on and on. Not to mention, she's an author. So she's writing books and she's doing stuff like that. And you don't see that part of her, but her amazing talent is what she gives here as a get to, not a have to, which is for both of us, which is amazing.
I think, moving forward into my life, me being a physician, having gone through med school and residency, during which time we also continued to work at the same level in the church. We feel like that involvement is ultimately what opened doors for us and set us up for certain positions and allow God to just cause things in our lives to fall in place. 2 years ago, I was awarded the highest award that's given any physician in HCA, which completely was not expecting, was a complete encouragement and blessing to me. And I'm convinced that our involvement with the church has set us up and kept us in a position to receive God's favor.
And I'm able to incorporate the things I learned here into my day-to-day job. The hospitals I work with, the patients I interact with, I use the training I got here in addition to the professional training that I got at Vanderbilt.
Proverbs 28:20 talks about, when you remain faithful, you abound in many blessings. And we have seen this come to pass in our lives time and time again. For example, a few years back, before we moved into the new church, we were presented with the opportunity to move to LA so that my husband could score for major motion pictures, which is to do the music for major motion pictures. And it was quite a big opportunity.
And with that amazing opportunity, as a married couple, we prayed about it long and hard, and we just felt that this is where we needed to be.
We didn't want to walk away from that. It was a spiritual, matter of spiritual life and death to
Absolutely.
us if we left. So
Yeah,
we love our church.
We love our church.